How's it going, everybody? I am Donut, and I am here with
Thermites.
We are watching Better Call Saul, Season 5, Episode 7.
JMM.
Wait, is this Episode 7 or is this Episode 8?
Episode... Oh, boy.
I actually don't remember if we're on Episode
7. Yeah,
okay, we're on
right.
Episode 7.
Yeah, so Episode 7, JMM.
JMM. Okay. So... what was his full name? Was it,
James... Yeah, it was James M. McGill.
It was James M. McGill, okay. I mean... But what is that gonna be in reference to this episode?
Huh. I mean... Okay, so I don't know anything about this, but they're, like... We ended last episode with them saying, like, maybe we should get married.
Yeah.
Does having an alias mess up marriage at all? Like,
no, because he legally changed his name to Saul Goodman.
Right.
He's, as he says, my friends still call me Jamie McGill. My friends can call me Jamie McGill,
right.
but his name is
Saul.
legally
Yeah.
changed to Saul Goodman.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how his old name would tie into it in an official way, and he doesn't really want to do with his old name very much.
Right, it's like it feels to me like it's going to be, ghosts of the past, like something to do with his old name.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just remembering the big JMM billboard, but like, why would that come back now with Howard and everything? I mean, maybe Howard's just going to mention that again.
Maybe. Like, if this were the start or the end of the season, I would say, like, maybe the billboard ties into Gene, like that's how he was recognized specifically or something.
Yeah.
But like, now I have no idea.
This is tying it back to the first season with Howard being like, Jimmy is fucking with me, and people being like, Howard, you're crazy.
Yeah.
Alright, I mean, we don't know if people are saying that to him yet, because he's not really saying, Jimmy's out to get me or anything right now. But I can see that might be where we're going, mirroring season 1.
Perhaps.
With Howard ending his arc, maybe. Where it began. Getting fucked with by Jimmy. Alright, let's play. If you want to see the full length for this one, you can check it out for $8 a month on the Patreon. Go check it out in the description below. Let's play.
Past is past.
And moving forward,
If I have the urge to not tell you something, then I've got to tell you.
right, full disclosure.
Then it works both ways.
Works both ways.
Sir, do you have documentation of your 2 previous dissolutions?
Oh.
Yeah.
He's been divorced
Yeah.
twice already.
Is this actually...
Great. One sec.
Holy crap. So, wait, does he actually have a stepdad?
Did his stepdad sleep with his wife?
I mean, that's almost certainly true
Yeah.
now, but was it his stepdad?
Oh,
I
boy.
can't believe they did that.
Yeah.
I thought that was for sure a joke.
I do.
And do you, Kimberly Wexler, take James Morgan McGill to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer,
Looks so desperate.
in sickness and in health, till death do you part.
I do.
You have the rings.
We,
We didn't do that.
No rings. Okie dokie. Then by the power vested in me by the state of New Mexico, I now pronounce
So real.
you husband and wife.
Oh,
Boy, I would not have guessed that Huel was at their wedding.
I know. Just Yule. Only them and Yule and some other woman. Maybe his mom or his girlfriend, maybe? He doesn't seem like the kind of guy to have a girlfriend.
Nah. Huel also surprisingly romantic.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, like, in the sense that, he wanted it to be a romantic wedding.
Whole office full of associates and fancy degrees. You get rolled over by...
one guy.
You know what happened.
What a way also to hype up Saul as a character.
Yeah.
This fella, McGill or Goodman, whatever, you could do a whole lot better.
I'll say 50-50, but we gave it a shot.
She kept her cool there.
Yeah.
Rich, we can't leave it like this.
Oh, he'll stew for a bit.
The truth is, you ignored our advice.
Well, so this is my fault.
We said Mesa Verde should reconsider the site
Got
for the call center.
Just gonna have balls here, but it
You
might pay.
declined.
Yeah.
We advised you to keep the purchase lot as an investment. You declined. And we advised you to leave that meeting when it became apparent that the other side was negotiating in bad faith. You declined. At every point, we gave you the best guidance we could. And at every point, you chose to go your own way. We are your attorneys, and it is our job to advise you. The decisions will always be yours, but if you continue to ignore us, then this is the wrong relationship. And Kevin, I have to tell you, whoever represents you in the future, I hope you're going to listen to them a little bit better.
That it? All right, then. See you on Thursday.
Okay?
Went better than expected.
Yeah.
Paige looked very happy there.
That took balls.
What's that? Oh, that's my motto.
Yeah.
Justice matters most.
Right.
You want to be a friend of the cartel? Time to get yourself a new motto. Just make money.
How is he gonna pull this one off?
Boy.
And is he gonna talk like Kim with this?
Question
This
once
is
he had
good.
asked it.
Yeah.
It means which is in danger of speedy disappearance.
The kid's 2 years old and he's still tearing around the house at midnight.
Maddie was like that.
Really?
Well, really. Never wanted to conk out. Too busy.
He's actually able to smile and talk about this.
Yeah.
Such a cutie.
How'd your day go?
I got married.
Jimmy, immediately lying.
God, Jimmy!
It hasn't even been 24 hours.
At this point, Kim needs to just say, you gotta tell me what happens every single hour of your day.
What?
He has to tell her.
I have to tell you something.
Okay.
It's nothing. I'll tell you later, okay?
No.
Jimmy, wait. What?
I have a new client. He's connected. I mean, he's a cartel guy from Mexico. Pretty high up. Anyway, he's in for murder and he wants bail, which that's impossible. I mean, no way in hell this dude has ever seen sunshine, but if I could somehow find a way. He said I'd be a friend of the cartel.
Friend of the cartel.
Not what you want.
It means money. Ranch in Montana kind of money. Like private jet kind of money. Press conferences, TV news, the works.
But do you want to be a friend of the cartel?
Mm-hmm.
No. Absolutely not. Anyway, it's a moot point, because the guy's the definition of a flight risk, so look, I'm going to put up a fight, right, just for show. There's no judge on earth that's going to grant him bail. I didn't want to tell you, so I thought I should tell you.
But are you not telling her that you do want to be a friend of the cartel?
You know what? What?
I'm glad you did.
Oh.
It's good though.
I mean, it's progress.
It's also positive reinforcement. It's not immediately being like, Jimmy!
Yeah.
Because then it's just gonna make me like, well, I'm not gonna tell you then. Like, I'm not saying that she has to accept what he does or anything, but,
yeah, at the very least, she didn't punish him for telling her.
Yeah.
You said, when Lalo's out of the picture, we'll talk about my father, right? Well, he's out of the picture.
Yeah. I mean, not really, but...
He's as out as he's gonna get.
He wants me to burn down the Pollos Hermanos.
Jesus.
Okay.
Then he's not out of the picture, is he?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, are we gonna get to see the,
Thank you.
yeah.
And now, let's hear from Gustavo Fring.
Representing the 8th consecutive quarter of comparable sales increases.
That sentence. Oh.
Our delicious spice curls. The curly fry with the southwestern kick.
They know what people want.
Oh,
I wanted to see her do something again. I don't know why I did what I did.
I can't. I can't. They will catch me, and then it is over.
Peter.
I can't.
Peter.
Gustavo, please. I can't.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Do you remember Santiago? The two of us, our backs to the wall. I will never forget what you did. You are still the same man. You will do what is necessary.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's also terrified of what Gus will do to him. Because he knows him.
Yeah.
Now, you eat.
I didn't expect that they knew each other for that long.
Yeah.
They're war buddies.
I think he was kind of also talking about himself there, of like, you know me, I will also do what needs to be done.
Right.
Saul Goodman, speedy justice for you.
I need a word.
Oh. A word, yeah. Yeah, I have a word for you. Tunnel, which is where I am right now. Sorry, I can't hear you. Maybe try again later. Coming.
Whatever it is, it's not for me, and it shouldn't be for you.
Hey,
he said that still on the phone.
Okay, yeah, come right in. Make yourself at home.
Oh my god.
This is everything you need to do your job.
So this is what's going to set off the thing.
Oh.
Genius. Rube Goldberg. Gus Fring.
Like when you try to deep fry turkey and it explodes. I'm thinking, dude, Lyle's gonna be so pissed. He just cleaned those.
I'm not going to go farther away than that.
Jesus.
He is so close to this for the owner.
Did you actually think I wasn't going to hear about this private eye of yours?
Excuse me? Dave Clark.
You're like, who?
What that asshole is going on about?
Jimmy.
It's like everything going in slow motion. She's really questioning who he is right now.
Mr. Goodman.
That's right, Your Honor. Witness tampering. I have reason to believe that the prosecution's key witness was coached by a private investigator who was hired to pervert justice.
Does the prosecution have a response?
Unfortunately, Your Honor, it seems a person unknown to my team may have interacted with our witness, causing her to call Detective Roberts and amend her statement 2 months after the initial interview.
Clever.
Yeah.
This only recently came to our attention, and we are vigorously investigating.
I would hope so. I accept the defense's argument that bond is warranted. But, considering the severity of the charges, I will set the amount at $7 million, cash only.
Oh, Your Honor.
All rise.
That's good, though. He's fine with that, probably.
I can do that. Thing is, I'm gonna need you to pick up.
What, me?
Oh, boy.
Call you.
So cash only.
That's a weird one, cash only. I get maybe because there's no international transferring or something.
Maybe, yeah.
But you could still do that.
So, have you thought any more about the job?
Still giving it some thought.
Why, Jimmy? Just say no!
Seems I've upset you, so offers off the table.
You upset me? How'd you upset me?
You tell me.
Yeah.
It's weird to offer a job to a man and in return have bowling balls thrown at your car. And prostitutes sent to your business lunch. That's weird.
Are you listening to yourself? I don't know what you're into these days.
He can't even voice.
Prostitutes and bowling balls? You sound unhinged.
Jimmy, I'm sorry you're in pain.
You're sorry. You kill my brother, and you say you're sorry? Let me tell you something. The job offer, it didn't upset me. It amused me. Big job at the illustrious HHM. Chance to play at the Palace. Little old me. You have no idea what's going on. You're a teensy tiny man in a teensy weensy little bubble.
Oh, Jimmy.
To be fair,
don't
in terms of the
fucking
show,
Jimmy me.
he is.
You look down on me, you pity me. Walk away. That's right, Howard. You know why I didn't take the job? Because it's too small. I don't care about it. It's nothing to me. It's a bacterium. I travel in worlds you can't even imagine. You can't conceive of what I'm capable of. I'm so far beyond you. I'm like a god in human clothing.
I think that's the real transformation of Saul Goodman right there.
I can hear his brother so clearly in his voice there.
Yeah.
Jesus, Jimmy.
Oh, that was a hell of a scene.
Yeah.
We're just gonna fade out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I do think that is the transformation into Saul Goodman right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so last episode, I did bring up the whole thing of Mike's whole thing going around giving this information the way he was. I'm not sure if it made it into the edited reaction or not, but yeah, I was talking about like it really only works because I mean we both started talking about that. Like
Yeah.
it only works because of the way that that he knows Lalo is a criminal. So, but otherwise, everything he's doing is so extremely illegal.
Right.
Like. But you know it's fine because it's, even if it's illegal, it's morally good. What he was doing. But yeah, so I love working that into this now as being like. Also, do you think Lalo's going to get suspicious of that? Like, do you think Lalo's going to bring up after this? By the way, that third-party witness, who the fuck was that?
I don't think so. I think Lalo's the kind of guy who like he doesn't know whether Jimmy, like, is just lying about that, and I don't think he cares about it.
I know, heavy disagree. I think Lalo knows so much more about this shit than we think he does. I think we're led to believe that Lalo is kind of simple, but I think Lalo knows what the hell's going on here.
I mean, the other thing is, like, even if he does know, I don't think it'll... I mean, it might matter, but like, his plan is pretty clearly, he gets out on bail, he hops across the border.
Yeah.
So, even when that's the case, like, he won't be in the U.S. anymore.
No. And how does Lalo get taken care of, then?
That's a biggie.
Yeah.
Because we don't, like... South of the border is basically all Salamanca territory, or cartel territory, as far as we know.
Yeah.
We've got Gus's little city, but that's about it.
That's it. There's nobody there that would, like, do anything, so...
Yeah.
And it's not like he would just, like, oh yeah, by the way, he also got killed in the mansion. He was just there, chilling in the bathroom, he got shot.
Like, the cartel will freak out if Lalo dies and he's not in Mexico. So, they have to do it in Mexico. We don't really have anything on the table where it's like, yeah, that would happen. Like, Gus doesn't seem to have anyone in Mexico besides the tiny city.
No, not at all. I can't think of how they would, like, even do it in a way that makes it look normal.
Yeah.
Maybe Nacho sacrificing himself to get his dad out of it. He goes down to Mexico, shoots him, you know, then takes the, you know, takes the bullet, essentially, in a way of himself dying or himself just, you know, saying, well, no, because there's no way that they could spin it as, like, I am not Nacho, I'm a Mexican man, and I shot him. I'm a random-ass Mexican man, and I just shot him.
Yeah, and it can't be a thing where Nacho somehow gets takes the blame upon just himself and not his dad, because that's not how Salamanca's roll. Like,
that's what I was saying, like, if you could spin it as if he was, like, a gang member in, you know, just some random whatever. But there's no way they could spin it that way without them being like, well, we know you're Nacho. You're the leader right now. We know who you are. So, I don't know. That's still a big mystery there.
And then also, like, because he's the leader, like, should Lalo just get sent back down, regardless of whether he dies or not, like, Nacho's going to be the one in charge of that area. Like, how in the world does he slip out?
And transition into Chuco, too. We got to transition back into that.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it will be that he just is the leader for, like, a couple more years.
Maybe.
Like, until Tuco gets out.
And that feels like way more of a thing where he wants this done now. Like, it's happening in Better... I mean, like, not... I mean, Better Call Saul might bridge the whole gap. We don't know how much it's going to bridge. So, you know, that it's happening within this time period right now.
Yeah.
Within this year, I guess I'll say. Oh boy, okay. So much else happens.
Yeah.
One, that ending thing was so filled with, like, in the courtroom there, he really, where it sort of slowed down, he decided who he was in that moment, I think. And then with Howard there, it really made him say it.
Okay.
Is that what you think, or do you think something else?
Like, I think in the courtroom when it slowed down, it was an almost, like, Kim moment. Like, specifically the fact that we see him sitting down, and then we hard cut to him already standing up, already in the middle of his defense.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was more of a, like, I don't think he decided anything at that moment. I think he was, like, mind broken for a little bit.
I think he was, but I'm saying when he came out of it, I guess, is what I'm saying. When he was then saying, like, that's right, the witness stand, like, you know, I think at that moment he was just like, that's it, I'm doing this. Or I could maybe not, because then maybe it is, like, maybe he just was in that Howard moment.
I'm taking it as it was in the Howard moment when, like, he didn't plan to freak out that much. Like, he wanted to. He honestly wanted to just wimp out and back down because he wasn't prepared for Howard to just give him the honest, you know, I know it's you, stop.
Yeah, and he's been being, you know, propped up by everyone around him, and just from the beginning, with any time he does anything criminal, he gets paid so much more, and the people have so much more integrity with their promises or something. Like, they don't just lie to your face. They don't. Well, I mean, he does the same stuff, but that's what surprises him.
Yeah. Like, Lalo heard 7 million, and he was not fussed at all.
Yeah.
That might be the only time that Saul has had, someone get out on bail, and they've been like, yeah, sure, I'll pay the bail.
Yeah. Like, and yeah, all the, like, low-level criminals that he deals with are always like, oh, but I don't want this, blah, blah, blah. Whereas the high ones are just like, yeah, let's do this normally, blah, blah, blah. I'm fine with this. I'm not going to throw a fit.
Right,
And, like, you want 7 million? Sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Boy, also, extremely low blow in the Howard thing when he just straight out pulls out the "you killed my brother."
Yeah.
Like, he's done it before with Howard, and it's affected him a lot. And I think, like, it's cool that we've had this unseen Howard arc where he has legitimately gotten over it. He's gone through therapy. Like, that didn't hurt him in the slightest.
Yeah. Like, I am glad that, Howard didn't, I mean, he seemed fazed by it a little bit, but he wasn't, like, he didn't, like, he didn't let himself be visually affected by it or anything.
Like, I think it's a contrast to where Jimmy is now, where, like, last season, everyone kept saying, oh no, you're hurt by your brother's death, you must be, suffering over it, and he wasn't. But I think, like, he's also not quite healed over it. Like,
no,
he's just got this...
I feel like he threw the "you killed my brother" thing as an attack solely.
Okay.
Like, as just this is what's gonna hurt Howard the most right now.
See, I don't think he was mad about his brother at all there, but I think it kind of betrays this fact that he still hasn't let these things go. Like, he's still very messed up inside.
Oh, absolutely.
In a way that Howard has legitimately gotten over. Like, we had that moment last season where he saw Howard, in therapy, getting a therapist, and he was so messed up, and he was like, wow, I don't want that.
Yeah.
But I think this is now the counter of, actually, Howard went through it, and it was bad, but he got over it.
Yeah, and now it came out right there for him.
Yeah.
And, like, he was also saying that to his brother in a way, where it's like, I'm in a whole other world, I'm so far beyond, what you've done.
Yeah.
Oh god, there's a lot this episode that the police are getting so much more focused, which is interesting. The whole scene, the music in the Gus and Nacho scene in the Los Pollos was also fantastic. That whole scene was great. But I don't have anything else to say about it. I really like Jimmy and Kim this episode. They were really nice this episode.
Yeah.
Like, there was the whole thing of Jimmy, not really coming forth with I'm kind of thinking about the cartel a little bit, kind of thinking about being friends a little bit. But if he has to now come forward and tell Kim, I got him out in bail, and I am a friend of the cartel now.
Yeah. I mean, he's been taking small steps. I did not think in the scene where, they're on the bed, I did not think for a moment that he was going to actually lay out everything.
Same.
And now, I don't know if he's going to lay out everything. Like, he had the positive reinforcements. Kim did everything right in this situation, in that, there's no reason why he shouldn't go to her and say, all right, we made this thing. I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm a friend of the cartel now.
Yeah, and she didn't even start it by going, like, now, what did you do today? And he was like, I got married. And she didn't say, like, no, tell me what you really did, which is what she should have done.
Yeah.
But she didn't even do that.
Yeah.
She didn't even, like, force it out of him. He came to it himself, which is baby steps.
Right.
But baby steps as he takes giant leaps off a cliff.
That too, like, she didn't say, you shouldn't do this. As soon as he admitted what happened, she just asked, like, do you want to be a friend of the cartel?
Yeah.
Because I do think she didn't know what his answer was going to be.
No. It could be anything.
This is Saul Goodman. He's the kind of guy who might say, yeah, I'm getting into the drug business. I love the cartel.
Best friends, me and the cartel. Getting to see the owner of Madrigal again.
Oh, yeah.
Such a minor character in the grand scheme of things in Breaking Bad. And yeah, as soon as we started like going down the little things, I immediately was like, oh, we're gonna get to see him. And then we went to Gus. I was like, oh, maybe not. Maybe this is just actually doing a press conference with like a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as he started talking about like, and my new thing, I'm like, oh, they know what we want. They know we just want to see him dip something in a sauce and eat it. I don't know why I want to see it, but I do. It's the weirdest kind of fan service.
Yeah, they know it.
There's nothing technically enjoyable about it, but I needed to see him dip and eat something.
I mean, it is the... I mean, yeah, it's like if they bring back Jesse, he's got to say bitch.
Yeah, I mean, it's so much more. That is funny when he says it.
Right.
It's not funny when he dips something and eats it. There's no entertainment value, but it's the only thing he's done. So,
I mean, he also killed himself.
Other than that, I mean, they're not gonna like, let's have him kill himself again. That was the funny bit.
But boy, I mean, we've brought it up before in the season, but now we're really laying into Gus's backstory.
Yeah.
Like, we've been dancing around, like, the
We're
entire
still
series.
dancing around it.
We're still, but...
They have not brought up in Better Call Saul his military background at all.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if you don't remember that from the one, like, subtle-ass line that I only remember on a rewatch, seeing it, like, in comments of reactions and being like, oh, that's what I meant. If I didn't do that, even I wouldn't fucking know. Like, I would get the general idea that he was in the military, but not so high up or anything. I thought the Generalissimo thing was just a joke, you know, originally.
Okay.
I don't know, I didn't really think of it, you know?
Okay.
I watched the show very passively
Sure.
when I first watched through. But yeah, so... I wouldn't say they're diving really heavily into his backstory. I would say they're still tiptoeing around it, saying, we're never going to give you Gus' backstory.
But, like, I mean, I would agree, like, we're not getting the backstory, but it's so pivotal. In, like,
is it?
Yeah, and, like, how this works. Like, one of my big questions has always been, why does Magical fund this meth operation?
I guess that's a good point. Yeah.
Now we're learning that, yeah, they're actually, like, they've been tight since presumably the war.
Yeah. But, yeah, I guess, I don't know, I guess just him being in the military, I don't think was going into his backstory. Like,
we know it's not just that he was, you know, he wasn't just a soldier. It was something really big. We
I mean,
knew
he's a
that's in
general.
Breaking Bad. Yeah, but we knew, like, he did something very big in Breaking Bad.
He did something very big?
Yeah, like, it wasn't just that he was a general.
I thought it was just that he was a general in the, what country is it? Chile. Which, you know, wasn't there a hell of a lot of war crimes that were going on in that war? I figured that's what they were talking about. That he's just committed a hell of a lot of war crimes. And I assume that's why, you know, this guy's like, yeah, okay, I guess I'll keep doing it. I mean, it's a little bit of like, it's reassurance and a threat,
Right.
and it's a lot, you know, Gus he never gives one message.
Yeah.
He gives one message that has 1,000 meanings. And yeah, couldn't see Lydia again, and as you said, her immediate go-to for the, just kill him in prison. Anything else you had to say about this episode?
Thought it was weird that they blew up Los Pollos Hermanos with presumably, like, I don't remember how this quite works, but it's, you know, it's the, you know, if you're deep frying a turkey, you have to thaw it first, because if you don't thaw it, it explodes. But
that also seemed thawed because it was in a fridge, right?
It was thawed. There was only one. It wasn't like, you know, a big barrel of Los Pollos Hermanos chicken. It was one chicken on a plate.
Yeah.
And also, their chicken is fresh, never frozen.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. How did this work? I mean, I think he might have messed with the things a little bit, so it's not like a normal
right.
It's put to its worst conditions. I mean, I don't know anything about that either, but I'm assuming he was fucking with these stuff.
Yeah, like it feels like a strange like story to tell the police that these arsonists came into Los Pollos Hermanos, they wrecked the joint, maybe they stole some money, and then they took a frozen chicken, they put it in the fryer, and they made it explode, specifically.
Reality is stranger than fiction. There is crazier shit that has happened in, you know,
true
arsonies, burglaries, breaking and enterings, all that stuff. There is so much crazier shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm surprised there was not literal shit in the fryer. Like, You know, that would not
Solid cleans. Lyle did it.
No. I meant like, you know, I wouldn't be surprised to see literal shit in the fryer at a breaking and entering or something.
Okay.
You know? That's what I meant to say. not in this instance. I'm not surprised that Gus
pull off his pants and poop on the ground and put it in the fryer.
Oh my god. Our discussions are so... Half we get like super into character development and then half we talk about Gus shitting in a fryer.
Boy, we have not talked about the wedding in general, which...
Oh yeah. That was actually very interesting because like we're going to be getting a legal marriage soon.
Yeah.
We're gonna eventually do a more like, you know, renewing of the vows for proper wedding when we have the money and we're living on our own and stuff like that. But for the time being, I'm still not technically a citizen of Canada.
Yeah.
So, not technically, I'm just not at all. So, I can only stay for a certain amount of periods of time. We're about to come up with this time. Hopefully we'll be getting through all of season 5 before then. But also coronavirus is going on, so I don't know what's going on. I am terrified. I'm trapped up in Canada and I don't know what's going on. I'm not trapped. I want to stay up in Canada.
Okay. Yes, please.
But
no, you like it.
I love Canada. But no, I want to stay up here, but like, you know, I can only stay up for a certain amount of time, but now with coronavirus going on, I don't know what's happening. Anyway, we're going to have to do a legal marriage at some point, so it's very actually fascinating to see, like, I know Better Call Saul is very, very realistic on the legal side of things, so I assume that as well, very, you know, the same. And yeah, so going to be relatable. Is there a word for that? This is going to be relatable.
It will be relatable.
This will soon be relatable.
Yeah. I hope that even our legal marriage is a little less drab. I want to make sure the ceiling doesn't have like black mold growing on it.
Nah, well, this is Canada, so maybe it won't. I'll just be freezing my ass off.
I will ask Huel to go steal some rings for us.
But like, I like that, like, you know, Kim and Jimmy just like, well, I mean, Jimmy was terrified the entire time, but Kim was really like making the most out of that. Like, she was chuckling at that, like.
When they were mentioning, you know, like the wildflowers and all that, I don't know if they were talking about like a new place to live or if they were going to do like a pseudo honeymoon.
I think they were talking about a new place to live. Like, you know, he talked about the house recently and stuff.
Yeah, like the five car garage is what made you think like, oh, they're probably finding a place to live.
It's probably not a honeymoon.
Yeah. Weird thing to like say for a place that people go to for, you know, for getaways. Like, hey, we've got a 5-car garage.
She also said 2.5 cars for each of us, implying that they would be taking 2.5 cars for a honeymoon. But yeah, I think it's just more of them looking into buying a house together.
Yeah.
And we've never seen Saul's house in Breaking Bad, right? So.
Like, every single time we cut to him in a casual setting, he's in his office.
Yeah.
Like, you know, doing the rollies on his feet or whatever.
Yeah, he just seems to work and live there.
Yeah.
Actually, wasn't he sleeping there at one point?
I feel like he was.
I don't remember when that was, but...
Which, even then, you could justify it as Kim is at his house, and he doesn't want to take this home to her.
Yeah.
Or, like, you know, he's suspicious about being followed.
Can you imagine, like, alright, I got an urge not to tell you something, but I need to tell you all about... like, the end of Breaking Bad.
God, I would love to get a recap of Breaking Bad that is him walking in and telling slightly older Kim, okay, so something I haven't wanted to tell you for like a year now.
I just want a single camera, no, like, on a tripod, no movement of Kim's face as it's just a half an hour of Saul just saying this. One take, just... well, I think that's it. Really nice to see Mike connecting with his daughter again and being him and Maddie's wife. I don't remember her name.
I can't remember it either.
But both of them sort of really being able to talk about Maddie in an open way and not like there be nothing in their voice. I didn't feel like they were choking up at all or any like itch. You know. I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, there's a lot of like interconnected stuff this time around with like Like with Rich and Kim.
Yeah, we didn't
like
get that.
a lot of the discussion there was very like marriage adjacent. With the whole, you gotta be open with me.
Yeah.
And, I told you this, but you ignored me each time.
Oh, I didn't even think about that, but you're right. Yeah. And then Rich is in the background, like, "Yep, all right." That's it. Like, he's very passive towards it all.
Yeah, I don't think that Kim and Rich like, her boss. Not
Kevin.
Wait, no. Oh, sorry, I am thinking of Rich.
Okay.
Like when she doubles back and Rich is like walking with her. I don't think they discussed anything.
No, I don't think so.
I think Rich just wanted to be the one who opened the door.
Yeah, same. Because he did, as I said, he opened the door, and I was like, "Did she tell him about it?" And then he says his thing, and then immediately just like looks at her like puppy dog eyes, like, "Don't kill me."
God, I do respect her a lot for that.
Yeah.
Because
I think it worked.
Yeah, because in the moment, like when they were apologizing, I didn't think about the fact that it is his fault. Kevin ignored them constantly, and even though Kim was trying to weasel her way out of direct confrontation, at the same time she did give him a lot of genuine reasons why it would make sense to choose the other plot of lands.
Yeah, I mean, I said like I don't know if it was the beginning of that meeting or another one where Rich was saying like. This is a win. Like they're trying to tell him this is a win when he lost the moment he didn't just take the other plot of land.
Yeah,
because he would have made his money back, and then he could have also been fighting this fight the whole time.
Right.
So I mean, he lost from the get go.
Yeah,
because he was too stubborn.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that whole scene with like Kim and Kevin was him just silently. Honestly, it's probably the best thing he could have done.
Mm-hmm.
Like rather than like responding as a "you're right" or whatever, the best thing he could have done in the moment was saying, "All right, I'll see you Thursday. I need time to process all this."
Yeah,
and I hope he does come back the next. I hope we see again. We definitely will.
Yeah,
but
I mean, getting the "I'll see you next Thursday" was a big win.
Yeah,
they would have just been sweating it all week if not for that.
Oh yeah. And I love the page every time Kim does like anything. She always just like looks so smug, like oh yeah, my team is. She's like, you never do anything. She never asserts herself. She just sort of lets Kim do it, and then feels proud of being with Kim on this.
Yeah.
Whereas, at least Rich, has the balls to be like, "This is not a good idea," or "Don't do this," or just like looking terrified while she's doing it. But I think that's it. I don't have anything else to say. Do you?
Not really. Boy, big episode. I guess that's all I'll say. It's just a big episode.
Big episode. Really liked it. Loved it. That's it. See you guys for the next one. Until then, get the fuck out of here.